Hi, welcome to my next YouTube video. In this video, I will kind of quickly cover my faction battles of Bout 2. Why Bout 2? Because I didn't record Bout 1, which I kind of would have liked to showcase as well. I'm really a big factions fan. I know my fellow battlers and friends from Pokemon Go community also are. Maybe they'll like this video, maybe you will like this video. So yeah, where do we start? My role currently is Ultra League specialist of EU Emperors. EU Emperors is currently the #1 faction in the EU cycle. We're in the Diamond tier, which is the highest tier, and we're still undefeated at this point. Right? Maybe we lose in the future. I don't know. I wasn't always an Ultra League specialist. This is actually my second time as it. I used to be field specialist, but since the Nut 93 he retired kind of in Pokemon Go at this moment, there was a hole to fill, and because I have a lot of XL Pokemon, a lot of good Pokemons for Ultra League, I just kind of took that role. We'll just see how that goes. The first bout I won 2-1 against Dancing Rob, probably one of the best Euro players of Europe or the world. I think one of the world, sure. Yeah, let's look at these stats before we go into the battles. So I live up to the legacy of the Nut 93. Well, let me tell you something. That legacy is unovercomable. Look at these stats. 3-0, 3-0, 3-0, 3-0, 3-0. Now in the Diamond tier, obviously, I will have some more tough opponents. So these also have some less tough opponents. It doesn't make it less impressive regardless, because he has 3 2-1s and all the others are 3-0s. That's sick. I don't think I can top this. If you look at mine, I am 2-1 in adequates. I usually go 2-1. I lost only one bout in factions. I kind of read the meta really wrong. Yeah, I don't know. I just and in hindsight, I think I could have built better teams for this. And I'm still impressed. I only lost one bout there too. But yeah, like I said, 2-1 in adequates. I usually go 2-1. I think I'm maybe the best in the world at making comebacks. The first one I usually lose, and once I figure out my opponent a bit, I have a pretty high win ratio there. Not saying I always go 2-1, of course. Sometimes I lose. That's definitely one of my strong points here. As you can see here. Right, I brought Typhlosion here, one of my favorite Ultra Remix Pokemons. It's not that great really in factions, I think. It loses to Altered Giratina still, Dark types, normal types, Expolitate everywhere, so... I mean, it worked out in the end. And then my opponents played Ultra League Specialist all this time, so he definitely has more experience than I have. Here, Galax Cobolton, I don't really know him. I saw he's from Sweden. He's probably very good. He does win a lot. You can see here a lot of 2-1s, some 3-0s. He lost 3 bouts, it looks like, one against me. Man, look at this wild team. Politoed, Ho-Oh, Shift 3. that's just sick. Surprised with the Tangrowth. Not like so. But yeah, he makes some cool teams. He definitely has some more experience in Ultra League factions as well. So that's enough talking about this. Just one more thing, the way I designed my team. So one of the things the mistakes that I made in this, especially in the first meta, I think it was Floating City, I think it was called like that, is that I tried to hard predict what my opponent brings, and that made my team quite unbalanced, because my opponent brought a Obstagoon here. As you can see here, he brought Obstagoon and Drifloon, so I'm forced to bring Vigoroth Escav to counter the Obstagoon, but they're also hard trapped by Drifloon, which my opponent both had. So the way I kind of try to build it is not to be too weak to his Pokemon he brought every time. I'm not trying to give too much of my strats or thinking away here. This is how I always operate. This is how everyone probably operates. You know, you look at the opponent's team. You can do it with factions, and you just kind of see, okay, I should not be too weak to this. Maybe he brings even this, and if I bring a Corbeck to that, that would really throw him off, or it can bite you in. thing in the back, you know. So that's kind of how I build it. You will see some of my teams. Let's see. Let's go into the battles. So this is battle 1. My second time as Ultra League specialist. We have my G-Fisk into Umbreon. Let's pull up the teams as well. You can see here in the right bottom corner. I'm gonna look away from the battle a bit because they take very long. They're very bulky Pokemons. See, I brought Deoxys defense. I paid for that thing. I'm gonna use it too. Really glad my opponent did not bring a Giratina. It's basically one of the things that really hard walls Deoxys. So Deoxys looks pretty good there. I have Shadow Snorlax because I like Deoxys Snorlax score. That was not great against dark types, but again, Deoxys against an Umbreon, still not bad. Sounds super effective. Mandibuzz, in my opinion, the strongest mon in the Ultra League. I really liked it in GPL. It really carried me to Legend there. So yeah, upgrade, just bring something reliable. Alolan Ninetales before the Weather Ball nerf, without a doubt, one of the strongest mons as well, and most. And I think G-Fisk and Politoed speaks for itself. Here I tried to catch a move. Unsuccessfully. I thought maybe I can use the Stunfisk still. I got one of an Earthquake as well that I could use later. He brings in his own Stunfisk. As you can see here, Mandibuzz has a stat product of 4.8k, which is really high. So this matchup, despite super effective Rock Slides, not even that bad for the Mandibuzz, honestly. I think the highest stat product of the meta mons in Ultra League is Cresselia. It has like 5.1k, I think, which is disgusting, making Cresselia probably the best non-Excel mon there is. On his team he has Politoed, Grass, Umbreon, Roserade, Machamp, G-Fisk. I'm really afraid of Cresselia. It has basically good matchups against everything on my team. I have Airslash on my Mandibuzz. Better Machamp coverage, otherwise Machamp just smashes everything. But Mandibuzz actually loses with Airslash to Grass. Only in the 2 shields I can win that. So this is bringing Deoxys, he brings in Politoed, he swaps out right away. So one of the things that really surprised me in this match, he shielded the first Earthquake right away on this Umbreon. And my opponent really bamboozled me here. He decided to take on a strategy from the start on. A strategy that I did not expect. I was really afraid of his Cresselia, afraid of his Machamp, really strong against my team, both of those. Though if I run Charm A9, Machamp might kind of suck. Politoed, one of the strongest mon in Ultra League, it's so spammy too. Run out Thunderbolt. He has quite some energy, so he might shield this. Which he does. Get my counter through, but the thing is, the Umbreon has 2 moves, so I can't really shield here. He probably just swaps and throws his moves. And this is where I got bamboozled. Timer. I did not even realize. I thought I'm in a decent spot. I need to Lance Earthquake, farm it down, throw 2 Rock Slides, and game. But my opponent's strat here was to bring 3 very spammy mons and just time me out. It's solid. It's also torture. It's not true. I mean, in Ultra League, if you bring Excels or bulky mons, timeouts are gonna happen probably. But he definitely took advantage of that there. Politoed with 4 matches to Weather Ball is just so stupid, honestly. I brought mine too. I mean, why wouldn't I? Why wouldn't I? It's just so good. Since I'm making a video anyway, here's my moveset review on Politoed too. I'm building 2 of them anyway, so I can surprise my opponents with that. But yeah, the Politoed, I TM'd right before this to Earthquake. It's a legacy move. I kind of felt like I needed that in case I got trapped against his own Politoed. I can actually do like Blizzard more, it just packs more power. But Earthquake is just better in these neutral situations, you know, like if, let's say you get trapped against like a Jellicent or opposing Politoed, like Earthquake just really helps there. On the other hand, Altaria or something, Giratina, kind of want Blizzard. This is better there. This is what's more for GBL, honestly, Blizzard, in my opinion, because if I get trapped against Dragonite, Altaria, Blizzard really helps out. I tend to bring the same backline here every time. What I want to do is like bait out his G-Fisk and then the other mon in the back. I lead Politoed into his G-Fisk, which is really good. My Deoxys, it's kind of a hard... It's not really a hard counter, but it handles Politoed pretty solidly. I win the zeros, I win the 1s, the 2s. However, I even win the 0 to 1s here. So if he uses one shield, I can still no shoot and win this matchup. If he double shields, it gets really close, just because his moves keep stepping up. And as you can see, he shields again, so that makes me think he's gonna play the timeout strat again. So at this point, my idea here is to just get moves in, moves. I don't care if he catches, I don't care if he gives up alignment here. I want to get damage in, I want to get moves in, because if he times me out again, I need to have my mons, I need to have my HP, I need to win. Because I'm already one down, right? Thing is, if he earthquakes or blizzards early on in the match, I'm kind of screwed, because then he can win, flip the switch pretty. I shoot barely outpace to this Thunderbolt here. The catch on Umbreon, very good catch, which is fine. Again, I want my damage in, so now I can go into Mandibuzz. My Air Slash Mandibuzz counters this Umbreon. Umbreon nowadays can also have Psychic. Maybe he built another one, I don't know. Looking at the best buddy, I expect Last Resort. Honestly, I already knew that from the first match, honestly. If I see best buddy, there's no way you already have a Psychic Umbreon. Best buddy. So the Aerial Ace again, these, if I don't speed these up, I'll take 5 minutes. And that's very boring. My girlfriend was also watching with me. She was like, yeah, this is the worst I've ever seen. And it is. So thing here is, because I threw at Aerial Ace right after his move, I knew his time was almost up. I kind of got our clock aligned again, because he tried to entrap my Mandibuzz for a little with his G-Fisk, and hoping to quickly get to a Rock Slide off, right? But because I threw that move right away and aligned our clocks a bit, and I was a bit fortunate with the lag spike as well, I could swap right away into Politoed. And again, I don't overfarm a little bit. I want to get rid of this thing. I want to use, I just want to kill his strat, honestly. That timeout strat. He waits the clock out to definitely playing for it. And now I play his own game. I just save my Politoed, bringing my Mandibuzz here, because this Politoed, Mandibuzz can take them easily. Like, Deoxys is bulky, but this thing is even worse, honestly. G-Fisk is gone, so nothing in the bag really threatens me. Nothing threatens my Mandibuzz there. And the timer comes up again. I don't know. I don't know actually if the swap was crucial. If he killed my Politoed, my Deoxys probably would have been lower than his Politoed and Umbreon together. So I think it was crucial there. So that was these matches. Even if it's a win, it's a real torture. But I think it's also a very good lesson that it's an opponent has like spammy mons. They can just play the timeout strat. You just spam moves, and you time out. You swap, you time out, you shield. You use shields early on, right? That's what he did. He double shielded the Politoed right away, reserve it, and swap out again. It really showed me the dark side of Ultra. I'm not gonna say I hate it already, but it's not what I'm used to now. It's not what I'm used to. I really like some of the bulk, some mons like Gengar. But Gengar is more GBL stuff, you know. Shadow Snorlax is fine here. The bulk to timeout, I don't know. So here, I don't know what my idea after this is. You'll never know if your opponent will do the same strat or if he does another strat. Let's say he brings the Crest now. It won't really screw me over. There I'm considering the same strat. I think it's kind of solid, but if Deoxys gets on G-Fisk, not really great. Because my charge moves do nothing, he can just keep his shields to block other heavy moves. Right? We haven't seen Grass or Machamp either yet, so maybe he just was focused on the timeout strat this whole time, really. Like the air word for a bit. Go very good rank team, yes. I actually have a rank 90 Kyogre for Ultra League, so you know, just saying. So I bring the Snorlax Deoxys core here. My idea here is, if he wants to time me out the whole time, I need something to hit with Umbreon G-Fizz core hard, and I have superpower on this. So I can just throw a move, save swap, and I'm fine. The problem is, I can't save swap in Deoxys here. I can't save swap in Deoxys, because he will throw super effective foul plays, and that sucks. I'm going A9. I know there's probably Polito G-Fizz in the back, but whatever. And if he had Grass, he probably would have brought in. If he had Toad, G-Fizz, Grass, he probably would have bring in the Grass to avoid the Snorlax. Snorlax is really healthy. Like the Snarls don't do damage, so I can get to more superpowers later if I want to. As you can see here again, Umbreon G-Fizz core. Probably Toad in the back to spam me down again. But now I brought my own spammers too. Here's another Weather Ball for this G-Fizz. This matchup is really close when A9 gets an energy advantage, especially because he no shields here. I can just flip swap if I want to. Do I want Deoxys and Umbreon though? I use a shield here because I want to preserve A9 in case he wants to play the timeout matchup again. She might want to. If it's Politoed in the back, he doesn't need switch at all. Catch the Rock Slide here, preserving my A9 and my shield. See what he brings in. He brings in the Umbreon. Kind of makes me scared, because if it's Grass in the back, Grass can beat my Deoxys, which is not great. It's a pretty close matchup. I just throw superpower immediately. I want damage or shields. Really bold. It's fine. Gets another Snore in, not great. I know he has a move here, so I'll just go in A9. Catch it there, really. He throws blindly. Maybe I should have gone Deoxys, but that's... Farm it down, come out with a Weather Ball too. See what's in the back. It is the Toad, so I'm surprised. I would think that Politoed has a better matchup against A9 than G-Fizz does, just because the Power Stones are resisted, Weather Balls resist, so I have to go for Dazzling Gleam, and you can just easily shield there. Then my Deoxys would have been aligned with G-Fizz, so maybe he expected something else in the back. Maybe I expected like my own Politoed again. Maybe he thought I brought the A9 Politoed core. But... And Bout ult, it was Deoxys, and again, this matchup is really clean for Deoxys. I just go for another one of these, I can shield one of them. I just throw immediately, because if he catches, he only has one Mon, and I can time him out. So I'm not worried about him catching. I know I have some energy on A9 too, I think I'm almost at Dazzling Gleam. Just throw this Psycho Boost. This Weather Ball does not even kill. Deoxys is very bulky. Definitely worth my money. Actually, it really was. Considering the works put in, but that's only to be expected. It's a really broken Pokemon. So yeah, those were my Bout 2 matches. You can see a lot of timeout matches, and it actually showed me a really different perspective of how Ultra League can be. If you're an Ultra League specialist, you play like this, I don't like you, because man, it's so annoying. But you know, this could also be for you to learn. Maybe this could be your strat to win. Or this could be your strat to anticipate too. You know, if you see Politoed G-Fizz, or if you see Politoed A9, you know, people can just time you out with spam. Yeah, so that was the video. I hope you liked it, and maybe I'll feature more faction content soon. Have a good one. Bye bye.